Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back to my channel. This is kind of going to be like part 2 of a video that I recently uploaded on the same day as this one, where I remember my dear friend Pax Panic who died this year, and during that video, which I will have linked down below, and that is kind of part 1. This is part 2 of that video. You can watch them separately or whatever, but this is the part 2 for that video of my way of remembering her, because that's what you're supposed to do during October apparently, to remember the dead. I have chosen this place specifically because right behind me is the memorial stone for Marianne Nichols, one of the Jack the Ripper victims, and because Pax was a fan of or had any interest in Jack the Ripper, I thought it's going to be more appropriate to do this video here. And during this video, I am going to be reading a short story that Pax published in a horror tube anthology called Lurking in the Dark. So I thought she would probably go, she would really love it if I did it here. So this is for you, Pax. So the story is called It's My Job by Pax Panic. I had warm water on my paws. It was all around the lady. I was so mad. Dark thing was finally in front of me, and I would not let it get away. I will kill it for what it did to my lady. I smelled dark thing last week. I had woken up before lady, as usual, and had moved to my spot in front of the window, in the room where she ate. I liked that room. It smelled like lady and foods. It was just becoming light out, and I could hear all the typical light sounds. Flying things in the trees were making their usual noises, and I even saw a few other lady-like creatures walking by, but they weren't my lady, so I don't pay them much attention. Then a smell, a new smell. It was very small, but I'm good at smelling, so I caught it. This smell was bad. It was like the waters that lady kept to clean things, but also like the dead cat we found once in a park. I did not like this smell. I was glad when it went away. I gave a small growl to make sure it knew to stay away from my house and my lady. I didn't smell it again until 2 days later. Lady had finished her work, and we had gone to one of our favourite places, the dog park. She liked to go and talk to the other lady-like creatures. It is good for me, she tells me. She puts on my leash and we head out into the light and smells and sounds. I am so happy when Lady and I go to the dog park. Lady talks to me all the way there. I don't always understand her sounds, but I love the sounds of her voice, so I don't mind. We had been at the dog park long enough for me to greet all the other dogs, so I was having fun. However, I always kept some of my attention on Lady, as it's my job. All the dogs do this. It's our job. Lady called for me, and I immediately went to her. It was time to go home. She was talking to another lady-like creature I had seen before. I was looking out at the play area and thinking about trying to grab a stick before Lady and I started walking. The sounds, horrible and bloody, drifting over my head. I didn't know what those meant, but Lady began walking, so I happily followed at her side. We had just left the dog park when the dark thing smell came again. This time, much stronger. It must be closer to Lady. I began making my alarm sounds, loud and mean, so dark thing knew not to come up to Lady. As I said, it's my job. Lady can do many amazing things, but she needs me to hear and smell and protect her. She did not smell the dark thing. She told me to hush, that she would be home soon. I tried to always listen to Lady, so I stopped my alarm sounds. Lady is smart. I'm sure Darkthing now knew to not come up to Lady. I did well this day. The next morning, I was asleep on Lady's bed. She does not usually let me do this, and I am always very happy when she calls into her room at night to sleep with her. I am wrapped in her smell and sleep better knowing I am close enough to keep her very safe. Lady told me it was because she was freaked out. If it lets me sleep on Lady's bed, then I liked freaked out. I heard a sound. It was from outside the window, like the sounds the small animals make when I chase them into the trees. I knew it was Darkthing. I could smell it. I started making my alarm sounds and ran over to the window. I wanted Darkthing to see my teeth and know I was going to hurt it. I am not a small dog. I will use my strength to protect Lady. It's my job. Lady woke up fast. Good. I needed her to go to safety or help me hurt Darkthing. But Darkthing was gone by the time Lady got to my side. She told me to hush. That it was okay. It was probably just wind. Poor Lady cannot smell Darkthing. But it was time for our first food of the day. Lady and I walked into the eating room. Later that day I was alone in the house, as Lady had to leave without me. I don't like that, and Lady does not either. She tells me she will miss me. I do not know what miss is, but I know we both feel the same. I saw Darkthing this day. I was lying in front of the window in the food room, sleeping in the sun, when I smelled it. I immediately ran to the window. I saw a lady-like creature walking very slowly by the house. The smell was so strong, dead things and cleaning water, but something more this time. Something I do not know the sound for. Alarm sounds. I put my paws up on the window to make myself look bigger. I wanted Darkthing to leave. At least Lady was gone. I would fight Darkthing alone to save our house. Alarm sounds worked. Darkthing walked away from the house. I kept making my alarm sounds until I could no longer smell it. Later, after the wonderful return of Lady, we were sitting in the room with the sound box. Lady looks at the sound box sometimes. I am good at picking out sounds I know that come out from the sound box. Sometimes I even see dogs on the sound box. Lady tells me about some of the things she sees there. I don't always understand, but I try to look at what she shows me. Lady seems to like it when I do that. Lady seems to be tight tonight. She gets that way sometimes. Her body is not the soft place that it usually is. I know that this is bad because I can feel sadness in her. I try to stay close to her when tight times happen. Sometimes she cries on my fur. That's okay. My fur is good at keeping water out. Lady lets me sleep with her again at night. It was a good day. Next came a few average days. I ate food with Lady. She worked, and I saw 3 cats outside the window. The ladylike creature that lives next to our house came over once. I was being sleepy in front of the window. Lady was making sounds to the ladylike creature. Sounds like killer and invasion. I don't know what those mean, but I think dark thing and it makes me growl a little. Lady looks at me and smells. I like when she does that. Then dark thing came. I was asleep by Lady on her bed again and heard a big sound from outside her room. I get up immediately. Lady moved a little, but did not wake up. I listened more. I heard more sounds. Not as big. Then the smell of dark thing. He was attacking our home. I jumped off the bed and started my alarm sounds. Lady had shut the door and I needed her to open it so I could get to dark thing. Lady jumped out of her bed and tried to hush me again. I did not listen this time. I know Lady cannot hear or smell dark thing like I can. I cannot let it find her. I must hurt it before it gets to Lady. I jump on the bed, hoping Lady will open it. She does. I run very fast into the food room where I hear the big sounds. There it is. Dark thing is in front of me. I bare my teeth at it so it knows I am angry. I hope it will run away as the little creatures do. It does not. Lady comes in behind me. She is holding something tiny. She makes loud sounds at dark thing, and I can hear the fear in her sounds. Poor Lady. I am not scared. I will protect you. It's my job. Lady makes small sounds like knife, stop, and leave. I continue to growl, my mouth making white foam that I have to jerk my head to fling off. I want to hurt dark thing, and he has not moved towards Lady yet. Suddenly I know dark thing is going to move. I can smell sweat on his skin on the breeze that his movements make. I lunge. I hear a sound. Lady is screaming. I bite into the bottom parts of dark thing. He tastes like dead things smell. I do not like it, but I hang on. I rip and tear, trying to hurt dark thing. I want him to run. He is beating at me. I do not care. I will not let him get to Lady. Lady runs up the stairs, using her tiny item to hit dark thing. She is still screaming. Dark thing grabs Lady and throws her across the food room. This makes me very mad. Now I must kill dark thing. I release the bite and jump on top of dark thing. I bite down on another part and start to shake my head. I will get to the head and kill dark thing for hurting Lady. Another loud sound. I feel a big hurt on my side. No matter. I have to protect Lady. I see Lady get up and try to run from the food room. I am starting to feel weak. I can feel the warm water on my sides, but I know I must hang on to dark thing. More loud sounds, more big hurt. I don't want to, but I let go of dark thing and fall to the floor. Dark thing runs by me and I hear Lady scream. I can just make out Lady on the floor as dark thing starts hitting her. I try to get up. I cannot. I feel lots of warm water around me. Then Lady doesn't make any more sounds. I must get up. I try and finally stand. I make it to Lady. She is very quiet. There is a lot of water around her too. Dark thing is looking at me. I feel Lady's warm water on my paws. Feel my own warm water running down my sides to mix with hers. I raise my head to face dark thing. I will not let him leave this house. It's my job. So guys, that has been our reading of It's My Job by Pax Panic. I will have her channel link down below. She was a fantastic friend. Is and was a fantastic friend. And I know that she's still with us, still with me. And hopefully you enjoyed this reading. from her story in the anthology called Lurking in the Dark. I'll have her channel linked down below. So yeah, happy Halloween Pax, and yeah, with all that out of the way, guys, I'll see you on my next video.